We're all loaded up and on the road, headed to Apple Valley Speedway for the Flavor Express Drift event. It's gonna be such a fun day. I'll catch you guys at the track.
I'm sure you guys have seen it on Instagram. So get some tandems in with that guy. He's a good.
Made it to the track. Car's unloaded. Driver's meeting is done. Track's just about to go hot. We haven't even started driving yet. What are you working on?
Oh, you know, just some final touches. Holy shit!
That looks mint.
That drive, Kendall's.
I just did my first 2 laps. The car feels crazy. Having so much more front grip made all the difference, but now the rear is too loose. I just checked tire pressure and we're at 70 hot, so that kind of makes sense. I'm gonna drop them down and see how that feels. Hopefully get a little bit more balance, but so far, so good. I don't know how much you saw in that last clip, but that was sick. That was the closest tandems I've ever had, and we're just getting started. I am so excited. Old Damien over there in that black E36 is shredding and giving me a sick lead to follow. So this is so much fun. Shout out to this guy over here, my buddy Julian. He's the one filming all those in-car clips, so hopefully you like them. Just noticed what I did to my front fender. Whoops! Just competed in my first entry contest. That was super fun. So we got 2 tries at one really big entry on the first turn here. And the first time I actually did it sick. The best entry I've ever done. It's definitely not enough to win. Some of these guys are crazy. You can hear one going by right now. I mean, like, way higher level than I'm driving. But that entry that I did was the sickest I've ever done, and that's a win in my book. I went out the second run and I thought, well, I got that first one down. Let me go even bigger, and didn't work. I almost had it, and at the very end kind of washed out, ended up in the dirt. I actually had to get towed out because the car was like beached.
That's always a bad thing.
But so much fun. I'm gonna get a few clips of some of these big entries because, like I said, there's some dudes throwing it down. Little update here. I was on probably the sickest chase lap I had ever thrown down. I was so close to Damien's BMW. It was so sick. And then all of a sudden the Z kind of lost power, and I was like, huh, what's this? Pulled off into the hot pit area, and it sounds like it's on 5 cylinders. So I'm not sure why it lost a cylinder. I just got into the pits. I'm kind of taking a look at it now. Hopefully we can figure it out. It's just like a, I don't know, loose coil or something. So I'm gonna dive into it and hopefully fix it. We'll see. Fingers crossed. I'm sure you saw that smoke. That's not good. The good thing is it smells like fuel. So I think I have a stuck injector or something, because it doesn't smell like coolant. The car's not overheating. It actually sounds like it's running on 6 again, which is interesting. It's just smoking like a crazy amount and it reeks of fuel. There's actually a puddle of fuel underneath the car. Check this out. That's all raw fuel coming out of the exhaust. Crazy. Well, I let the car cool down for a little while. Just started it back up. It started perfectly. It's not smoking anymore and it runs flawlessly. So hopefully that was a fluke. We're good though. We've got the underglow on. Time to party!
A few moments later.
Okay, driving in the dark's a little harder than I thought. I got lost on track and went off track. Left my bumper out there. Thankfully, somebody grabbed it for me. KBD for the win, though. This thing's great, other than some scratches, which, who cares? I'm gonna get it back on and go out again.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
I got lost in the sauce. We're deep in the dirt right now. That can't be good. Something is definitely broken there. Ah, shit. These guys just towed me off track. that was not fun. I don't know if you saw in the video there. This is not connected to anything anymore. The wheels are just kind of... Not sure what happened there, but kind of crazy. So I don't know how much you can see in that clip that I kind of just showed, but the steering shaft broke. The shaft that connects the steering wheel to the rack and pinion snapped. It snapped right where the joint's at. Really weird. I've never heard of any car doing that ever. I don't know if it was just like at a weird stress point when I went off track or what the case was, but not gonna be the easiest thing to fix. And I'm also not looking forward to getting this thing on the trailer. Interesting turn of events. The car is now driving. You may have seen that clip with Damien here underneath the car. The shaft isn't broken. The steering shaft is in one piece. It had come completely out of the U-joint. I'm not sure what could have caused the steering shaft to come completely out of the U-joint. That's very strange, but I mean, it's in. It's definitely not something I could drift with. It's like half in. Something's definitely up with either the shaft or the steering rack or some positioning thing. I'm not sure, but the fact that I'm driving back to the pits, I'm gonna be able to drive it onto the trailer. Then we can get a better look at it tomorrow. All right, it's 1 in the morning. The Z drove itself to the pits and onto the trailer, which is definitely a success. Like I said, that steering shaft is an issue and it's not something I can drive on, but I am glad that it was able to kind of limp itself over here. So that's a wrap for today, but that is not a wrap to this adventure.
Early the next morning.
Good morning and welcome to part 2 of the crazy weekend drifting at Apple Valley Speedway. It is the morning, or the next day I should say, and we are headed back to the track. We stayed at a super sick house out here in Apple Valley that's only like 10 minutes away from the track, so it was super convenient. So yeah, we're headed to the track now. I still have to fix that issue on the Z with the steering shaft. So assuming I can get that fixed, it's gonna be another sick day of driving. Either way, I will catch you guys when we get to the track. And like I said, hopefully we can fix the Z. Back at the track. So excited. Gonna get this thing up on jack stands and see if we can fix that steering shaft issue. All right, we are up under the dash here. So this is the secondary joint, or maybe the first one, on the steering shaft. I unbolted it here and I'm gonna try and take it out. What I think happened is there's like a collapsible spot in the middle and I'm thinking it may have gotten short. So I'm gonna try and take this middle section of the steering shaft out. So that's why I undid this. Now we're gonna get under the car, undo what we fixed last night, and hopefully pull this whole shaft out. So I pulled the steering shaft out. This is what it looks like. And I'm trying to figure out if it's collapsible. Like this part is for sure 2 pieces. So I don't know if it got shorter there. Not sure. Slowly making progress on this thing. I think I've got it figured out, but I'm not too sure. Definitely a pain because I have to kind of go under the car, fine tune it, get underneath the dash, fine tune it there. And I think I'm getting it back together, but I haven't really figured it out yet. So I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm tired, hot. I'm gonna watch Damien throw down some runs. Maybe I'll get some clips for you guys. I was gonna go film a clip of this guy.
Camera game.
And then he does this. Well, after working on the car for, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours, feels like a long time, it finally rips. I just did 2 pretty good laps. The second lap, I threw a really big entry and it felt so sick. I actually stuck it. It was like halfway through the entry and I was like, man, I'm going off track. And I just barely pulled it out. So that was really sick. I'm glad I nailed that. Something's definitely off in the front. I think my alignment's off, or maybe the way we put the steering like back together is not center or something. I don't know. Something feels off. I'm not gonna bother fixing it. I've had enough fun and it's pretty late in the day at this point. I need to help Damien get his BMW back together because he has to drive that thing. He drove it from Utah. So we gotta fix that, get it back together. That way he has something to drive home. But for now, the Z is together. It works, it rips. It definitely needs some adjustments, probably just another front end alignment, and it should be good. Got Damien's BMW fixed. Had to weld the suspension arm together. It had broken the ears off where the arm bolts to the car. So thankfully, this guy with the sick S13 and the Raptor and this nice enclosed trailer had a welder and a generator. So he got us all set up. I welded that thing back together and it looks solid. He's just putting it all back together and we should be good. I'm gonna load the Z up, get this trailer lined up, and get out of here because man, I am tired. I've said it before, but anytime you drive your car on the trailer at the end of an event, it's a good one. Looks like the fix we did held up. Car shreds. Man, where do I even start? What an incredible weekend. I don't even have the words to describe how cool that was. 2 days of drifting. Even if the second day didn't get a ton of laps in, it was still so much fun. Huge thank you to absolutely everyone who made this possible, between Damien driving down from Utah, and just everybody at the events, the guys hosting the events. It was so much fun and just such an incredible experience. It was really, really cool to level up my driving almost every lap, and that was made possible by just how well the event was ran and how good some of these guys were driving, especially Damien. So just super fun. I'm so incredibly grateful to have had the opportunity to spend the whole weekend out at the track. It's really something special. I hope you guys can see my excitement throughout the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.